Larry and Barry show right here on Philly's own Z 102.3. Is of course Barry hanging out with you all afternoon. Tonight we got a special guest on the show. We have a wrestler, from the WGWF. It's Paul Frost, Perfection he calls himself. Paul, welcome to the program tonight. You know, I would say the pleasure is all mine, but I've got to be honest with you here, Larry. I feel the same way when I walk into a children's hospital. I feel a little sick right now being on your show today. And Paul, I hear you got a new nickname for yourself. I hear you call yourself a child killer. Now, why would you call yourself a child killer? Do you hate kids that much? Wow, that's an intelligent question. Do you know something, Larry? Do you know why the U.S. economy is where it's at today? I did some research, and I'm breaking character here, but do you know that children under the age of 18 do not in any way, shape, or form, and I've ran the numbers, contribute to the U.S. economy? In fact, they are a burn on the U.S. economy. People say social insurance and welfare. Sorry, children are the welfare of the future. You'll be paying for these snot-nosed little brats long before you pay for the retired veteran who served your country proud in WW2 or risked their life, coming right out of 9/11 almost 10 years ago. And you want to know why America is failing as an economy? Because we're not putting these little fat kids to work. It's true. You know, over in China, one of the fastest growing economies in the world, they have a little something called the sweatshop. And in the sweatshop, they take kids under the age of 18 and they work them to their pretty little bones and hands start to bleed and they cry out for mommy and daddy. Not only do kids contribute with, wallets and handmade electronics, they also lose a little weight. And you know what? If we apply the same theory in America, we would have abundant success. We'll be raking in money because we can send as many of these little kids to work as we want to. There's no unions for children. The only union they might have is paid for by the people behind PBS and Sesame Street. And here's the best part. Because Americans are so fat, chubby little bastards, you know what? Putting them in a sweatshop, they'll lose a couple of pounds. They may live until they reach the age of 65. You know what sickens me, Larry? When I walk down the street and some fat little fuck can't bend down to pick up a ho-ho because they split their pants and their guts go all the way down their shirts. It's just a horrifying sight. At this point, Larry, if the sweatshops can't come to America, then we might have to do like the Germans and take them all to the showers, if you know what I mean. And if you do, fuck you. If you don't, look it up. All right, well, Paul, we got some awesome, wacky callers here for you on Philly Z 102.3. Let's go to our first caller. He is our very own Rocky Balboa. It's Sly. Sly, you are on the air.
Thanks for having me on your show there, Larry. I really appreciate it. But, yo, Mr. Frost there, well, you did a Mikey, Apollo. Well, you did a Mikey, that wasn't right. So anytime you want to face a real man, Drago! Anytime you want to face a real man, you come look for me. I'll be on the streets near Mickey Jim. And me and you, we'll put Apollo, we'll bring in Hulk Hogan here. We'll box like men, alright? Okay? Yeah, alright. So I'm just gonna go now. Thanks so much for the time there, Larry. Yo, Adrian! Adrian, I did it! I made a phone call!
You know what, Larry, that caller is a prime example of some idiot father who probably bought their son or daughter a baseball bat, and the kid doesn't know how to whack a ball, so they whack their own man instead with their whining and their nagging. It sounds like the guy took his head and slammed it against the wall because he couldn't handle his own kid. You know what I say to that guy? I say, you go home, sir, stop beating on your wife, stop drinking the bottle, and go pound on your kids for a couple of rounds, and maybe you'll beat some common sense into them. I love to see a fight between you two, a bare-knuckle brawl, as they say. Next caller, calling us from the island of Jamaica. Let's get to you next. Yeah, man, thanks so much. It's Clint from the island. And you know what, Mr. Foster, man? You got such a bad attitude there, boy. You got to come down here, because what you did to little Mikey, that was disrespectful, egregious, and grievous, and everything else in between, you little white pasty Canadian bastard. You come down to the island, we'll treat you all right here, because everybody loves Jamaica. We love everybody except for this child killer up in the wrestling ring. Typical. Are you actually going to make me answer that idiot, that moron, that nappy-head's question over there? Are you serious? You know, it's called the town of brotherly love, not brotherly intelligence, for a freaking reason. You are a racist bastard, sir, and I'm probably going to lose my job, but please, Paul, we can keep the profanity to a minimum, and it's Barry. It's not Larry, but I really like the compliment. Our final caller today. Yes, this is Hindi down in Pakistan. I gotta say to you, Mr. Frost, what you're doing to this little Mikey just sounds absolutely horrible. Yeah, over here in India, we just spare all this freaking punishment stuff and we just sacrifice the child. It just solves us all a lot of problems and we give it to our god Ganesh. All hail Ganesh. You know, listen, I like that guy. I seriously like that guy. Now, somebody get me his number. I think we need to exchange notes. Well, I would say it was a fun interview, but, well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Paul, 30 seconds. What should people expect if they come to your show tonight in Philadelphia? It's very simple. Mommies and daddies, you lock up little boys and girls. You send them to bed because 9 p.m. prime time is perfection's time. It's my time. It's the WGWF Monday Night Brawl. You want to stick around. We got 2 world heavyweight title matches on the line. And, of course, we've got an 8-person tag team elimination match featuring the child killer himself. You want to watch. It should be an awesome event. And one more thing, Philly. I hate your kids.